All right, let's get into this
we'll
game.
Manage.
Game,
we probably should, yeah.
Game 2 of this best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at JFK's lineup here on the top end of North. Coming back to town with the fancy pink pinata camos, sticking with their destroyerless lineup. Let's start on the front rank here. We're looking at Holsch's Des Moines, top grade gunner, sitting next to BP Fresh's Des Moines, top grade gunner and legendary mod. Backed up by Double Salem. We saw these guys last game. That's Numbnuts and Goon. Slightly different builds. Numbnuts opting for top grade gunner there. Goon opting for RPF. Double Stalingrad, Jorn and Ron James again, and Mako's Howden Liu. In fact, this is almost exactly the same lineup. They've made one change. Panzer's Montana, back as before, survivability build. Navy Cadet, skipping out on the proys in this game, opting for a Schlieffen instead. How's NaCl looking down on the bottom end?
Yeah, real quick, he's going for full secondaries, including his slot 1. His front right torpedo tube only has 500 hit points and change. Oof. That's the life. One thing I noticed, the 2 Stalingrads, one has top grade gunner, the other one has radio location. The 2 Salems, one has top grade gunner, one has radio location. I love this because if they do what they did last time, they're working together, only one of those needs radio location. So that's a neat idea.
Yep.
All right, let's take a look at the south. In red, we've got Chaser heading towards the middle, or Chase, I should say, with your typical daring build. Heading towards the B cap is Gearing, total COTS build. Brisbane, that's math teacher again with the same build we saw last time, which it still scratches my head, but hey, it worked for them.
Worked for them.
We got Salem with radar and their usual stuff in the Salem. Comrade Stalin with turret traverse, so a little bit of quick scope action there. Otherwise, what you'd expect. Preußen returns, but this time on the NaCl side, they're like, hey, we won with that ship, we won it this time. Interesting. And then not secondary build. Note how he is full-ish survivability tank traditional, except he's got close quarters expert. That's an interesting setup because he also has aiming systems in slot 3 instead of secondaries. You'd think he'd go secondaries just to buff up his main guns in close quarters. But anyway, Oh My in the Stalingrad looking to already go into a kiting away position. He will reverse into position. All the way over on the other side of the map, Echo is Russian Balance for Life, one of the, if not the leader of NaCl in a Kleber, just traditional build. And then we have Snob in a Howden Liu with your typical Dutch oven setup, except he doesn't have the buffed commander skill in that second point captain skill.
I see that. He does not.
Yeah.
Well, they're taking a guess at what Russian is, but they're going to come up short. He is going to grab E. But you can tell from NaCl's positioning, the E flank is not a priority for them. They rush the Kleber over here. They're going to steal some cheap points. They're going to pull him out of there, and they're going to be like, okay, we're done. We are not hanging out over here very long.
You got it.
Their main focus definitely seems to be the ABC, the triangle of caps over here on the western side.
Yeah, and I like that idea, frankly. Howden Liu can kind of help to slow things down, take people down that are kind of sitting. I think the big thing for NaCl is if they're going to put this much effort into the B cap, they have to win it. They can't just little bits, but they're going to run into the same group that they ran into before. Montana, Stalingrad, Stalingrad. Good luck.
You said B cap. I think you meant A cap, but I understood where you were going. Basically, if they're going to push the 1-2 line, they have to win. But it feels like we're setting up for what you like to call a little bit of toilet bowl action, Zath. Right? Looks like we're looking at kind of the teams playing a big counterclockwise game. The JFK guys, you've got Schlieffen and 3 American heavy cruisers over here on the 9-10 line. Basically, looks like they're going to get set up and just sweep south, while the guys over here on the other flank, the 1-2 line for NaCl, will almost invariably push up at some point.
Yep. Chase got caught out on Holsch's radar with the Des Moines. Very good use of that radar. He lost half his hit points, and 2 of his turrets got stunned, not destroyed. But he's getting better. in a minute, he can heal some more of that damage.
Really good radar there from Holsch. So now, one of the things that I'm wondering how NaCl is going to make this work, Seth, and I'm really curious. We saw Math Teacher last game, and Narco, and it was actually a Harugamo, I think, at the bottom end of Trap, right? Basically acting as like a push, right? And here, yep, there goes the smoke from Narco. Math Teacher's going to sail into that. So you're seeing, he's playing this as a gun build Brisbane, but you generally don't see Brisbane as a pushing cruiser. But that's exactly the way NaCl is using it in both of these games. It's very interesting.
Well, I mean, it kind of makes sense because how do you break the death snail? You can either have two, on separate odds and just keep luck checking torps and pray that you're not the one that takes the torp first and dies, or you can set up something that is an anti-death snail, and I really feel like that's what this is. Brisbane works its way up. It's got the guns. It's ready to go. It can radar a destroyer and pulverize it. But JFK is not playing the game that NaCl was expecting.
Nope. Doesn't seem like it anyway. Math Teacher's got clear eyes on Yorn, so he's angling to stay outside of that 12-kilometer radar bubble, knowing what it'll mean for him if he gets caught.
Yep. I had someone in chat say something of that similar bit. 12-kilometer, just stay outside of it.
Just stay outside of it. He's doing a great job of it so far. Right now, it looks like they're trying to burn out the Stalingrads. Comrade Stalin also playing Flame Tana back here, adding to the Brisbane and the Salem hatred on Ron James as an AP salvo comes in on his broadside, presumably from the Poison.
I love this idea because that's the biggest. Oh,
he's turning right into torpedoes. He's going to take two of these gearing torps.
Well, that will quicken things for him.
That will end his game right now. First blood early here going to NaCl with brilliant execution over here on the 1-2 line.
Yep. Now, if this is a Moskva, there's a couple of differences. A Moskva's got hydro, 1. 2, it's a little bit narrower. And 3, it doesn't burn as long. So a Moskva, in hindsight, probably would have been a better choice for JFK.
I gotta say, Zath, watching Narco and his two cruisers behind him work as they work this detection bubble around the Stalingrad and the radar bubble is a thing of beauty.
And Narco was just detected, so he knows that the Stalingrad's radar is down.
Yeah.
That gives him the ability to advance into A.
Yep.
And by the way, I just quickly double-checked. Moskva was banned, which is why they're using Stalingrads.
Correct. Moskva is on the ban list for this particular match. Well, briefly, JFK held 3 caps. My God, what happened to Navy Cadet? Holy crap. On 1,200 HP over here. Clinging to life. They're fishing for him. They don't come up with it. Wow.
He's a Schlieffen, so anything could have happened.
Yeah, that's true. Schlieffens are not known for their durability, are they?
Nope. Oh, he got detected because...
I'm not sure how. The Howden Liu planes will not detect him. And
anti-air bubble?
No, the anti-air fire on those planes shouldn't... Oh, no, wait. I'm thinking of the depth charge planes. Anti-air fire on those planes, I think, will detect you. I think.
Well, either way, it works, and Navy Cadet fires his guns anyways, so he's going to go out pretty soon because his heal is a minute away and his DCP is active
he
for 4 seconds.
He just burned through a heal just to get to that point. The next shell that hits him will put him out. Okay,
but he's dark.
He is dark. They're fishing. Is Russian going to get him?
Nope.
No. They're falling short now. Russian getting punished for this move. Getting punished hard.
Navy Cadet will save the ship. Can Russian do that?
Oh, Numbnuts just getting dunked. Howden Liu just doing work over here on the 10 line. Russian's still lit. They're trying to kill him. Trying to get him off the board. They need this kill. If they don't get this kill, then they're gonna really regret it later. Oh, they're gonna get him.
Radar.
Oh, he's gonna burn out, I think, Saf. No, his engine's out. They get him. Ho. Goon with a big kill there.
I gotta say, at that point, I probably would have DCP'd just so I can get my engines back for that extra little shooty. But hey, daring.
The daring torp strike again. Oh, wow. Such a thing of beauty when you see that, Saf. Such a thing of beauty.
And remember, he started the game over by C playing games with the Des Moines. And he's like, nope, I'm not going to do that. We'll go do something else.
C-Cap still wide open. No one owns it. No one's been in it all game. On a 5-cap map, only 4 of them have ever actually been held. It's still, as we approach the halfway mark, about a 60, 70-point game. But I have to believe that the JFK flank over here on the 1-2 line is eventually going to go out. Zath, they're running out of real estate.
Yes, that indeed they are.
I would love to know how much spotting damage Narco has. It has to be a huge amount.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Mako's Howden Liu now working into the C-Cap, deciding that they're going to try and push this here. They're down a ship, down on points. They're going to see what they can do here with the change the status quo.
Yeah, I think the key so far to this game is that Schlieffen surviving and the Kleber not.
Well, not only has he survived, he's about to get to his last heal and work his way back up to around 20 or 25,000 hit points.
Oh, look at the Montana up to the north.
He's been playing games with that gearing a little too close. The Brisbane Torps are also coming in. He's guessing at the Brisbane, or maybe he caught a glimpse of him. Oh, wow. Solid hit.
He caught a glimpse of him.
He caught a glimpse of him. He's actually spotted now. I don't even know how.
He's hard spotted.
He's hard lit on the surface.
Yep, and you can see Stalingrad shells. Everybody says, hey!
Panzer's trying to get his front turrets around. Again, I have no idea how he got lit, but they got another salvo in the air.
I think he possibly got out of the smoke and
there's
was
another sit.
Fire.
The other shells are all going to fall astern of him. Math teacher just barely escapes with his life. Playing Brisbane and Minotaur are, man, you're constantly walking on that razor's edge. They're so much fun. They're so much fun to play. But, man, you only have to make one mistake against the right kind of player, and you are out. Game's tightening up now. Less than 40 points between these two teams. Snowball Red's Howden Liu on the 10 line getting mercilessly farmed by a combination of Goon and BP Fresh.
Jorn trying desperately to save his Stalingrad. He's got 2 seconds till his next heal. But now that whole thing happened with Math Teacher, it's going to take NaCl a few more seconds to really just reconnect everything. Get the gearing back at the next, and that's his final smoke.
They don't want to risk it. I also like what Holsch has done, Zath. He's changed islands here. They do burn out the Howden Liu on the 10 line. That ties things up on ship kills, and just like that, we're 45 seconds now from a JFK win in Game 2. A game that NaCl has really played very well.
Yeah, they desperately need a kill right now, but Jorn went dark, and he got this heal off.
Holsch's AP now going in on Yugamo's Salem on the broadside. Holsch has got a great position here for these shots. Schlieffen shells coming in.
28 seconds. I mean, they don't care. They know they have to do something.
They have to get something out of this. They've got to pick up one of these ships.
Narco's got smoke. He's like, oh, over here. And Yugo was like, no, I have to angle.
Yeah.
So
Stalingrad shells going in. 19 seconds.
Yeah, Narco doing a nice job of trying to adapt. Salem getting slapped.
12 seconds. All right, they didn't. I was going to say they bought themselves a small time extension by stepping onto D, but it's not nearly going to be enough. JFK is going to tick over, and there it is. Wow. Really good play from both teams, Zath, but JFK's 1-2 line flank bends and never quite breaks, and that's the difference in my mind.
Oh, 100%. 100%. I'm amazed, frankly. I was really expecting to see NaCl come back, but I think, again, the big mistake, I hate to put it all in Russian, but that big mistake is right there, right? He couldn't convert the kill. So it's kind of like a double, right? He couldn't get the kill on the Schlieffen. Just one hit.
Literally one shell.
And then he himself died. So that's like a double. Ow. That did it.
And I think it kind of goes to show the quality of the play you're seeing at this level, Zath, when literally the game comes down to a single shell. Think about that for a minute.
Right.
Like how many thousands of shells get fired over the course of a single Warships match, and one of them is the potential difference between a win and a loss. Crazy when you think about it.
Absolutely. Well, let's duck out of here. I'm
Yep.
already trying to find another game for us.
Okay. Brilliant play by both teams. JFK going home.